What is going on, YouTube? It is your man's Mr. Dominic Cruz.
And I'm Ruby.
And we're coming at you with another video. Yes, another one?
Another one.
Another one?
Another one.
Another one. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you guys for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about trusting the universe. Ooh-wee. Trusting. You know, you're probably in a position to where you don't know how to let someone go because you love them so deeply, right? But how do you love them so deeply if you don't know how to let them go, right? And then trusting the universe. So, you know what? Ruby, let me ask you this question.
Okay.
What does it mean for you to trust in the and put it all in the universe's hands?
Okay. So I think that means that you just really use the law of attraction to your advantage, and just know that basically where you are is the sum total of all the decisions you've made, right? And I was just thinking about this the other day, so pretty interesting. If you think about how we are always encouraging people to grow and change and move forward and attract their ideal partner, right?
Okay.
Think about also the opposite, who they are today and / who they were yesterday, right? Is the same person that attracted their ex. And if their ex is like needy, selfish, not a good person, controlling, all of that, that's a reflection of their yesterday person.
Ooh.
So,
Ooh.
yeah, so leaving it in the hands of the universe in terms of you are just the sum of all the decisions you made, whether that's to change, whether that's to stay the same, whether that's to be victimized by something, anything like that.
Yeah, man, I think if you accept it, if you're accepting that needy behavior and all that stuff, that says that you're a needy behavior person too.
Or that you're willing to have that in your life, right? Like, or if you're like being controlled, for example, then you unfortunately let's say not are, you were that kind of person who attracted that manipulative person to your life.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, yeah. I just, so, quick side note, I saw a little bit of that Minions movie. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
And so, they're just like looking for someone to follow, right? And so in their lives, they're attracting just different people to follow. And so I think that's kind of what we do in our regular lives, right? If we kind of let ourselves be manipulated, we attract manipulators to us, right? Whereas if you don't allow it, then even if they come, they bounce right back off because they're not welcome in your life.
Pretty much.
The universe won't let it happen.
Exactly.
Fuck you.
And plus, that increases your value. So, yeah.
So what do you think about, what does that mean to you, leaving it in the universe's hands?
All right. So what that mean for me? To me, leaving it into the universe's hands, it just means one of the things, like when I go to church or when I pray or when I read the Bible, is let go and let God, right?
Yeah.
So, there were times where I prayed so much, right? And just talk, just like, just leave it, just letting it go, right? That was my way of just letting it go. And what I meant by letting it go is just like, don't talk to the person if they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to deal with you. If you are that person from yesterday still, you're going to keep on attracting not only the same person that you were dating before, but you're going to attract a duplicate of that person, okay?
Right.
It's just like what she said, you're going to attract a duplicate of that person. And it's funny too, because like after that first hardship relationship that I went through, not hardship relationship, but that first heartbreak, put it that way, I went into that other relationship a year later, and I found myself still dating someone a little bit similar, a little worse, to be honest. I'm sorry. That communication,
Right.
that communication level was just, I still gotta bring that up. Oh my God. But anywho,
Yeah.
but
Feel for you.
yeah, but the thing is, like, I found myself attracting those exact, just identical people, and it was just not good for me. So I had to like
Yeah.
find something to change. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it to the universe, right? I'm just gonna let it go. Whatever I gotta work on, I'm gonna work on. I worked on communication. I worked on my businesses. I worked on my speaking. I worked on every little avenue that I knew there was a flaw in.
And did you get any help working on those things?
Of course, I got a lot of help from that. I got a lot of help from one of my mentors, actually, a couple of my mentors, because I had a mentor that helped me through the whole process. And then learned a lot from you. Learned a lot through friends, and I learned a lot from my circle, to be honest. You know, it's just whoever you surround yourself with on a daily basis, that's what you're going to learn.
Sure.
You know, but, you know, leaving into the universe, when you leave it up to the universe, it requires patience.
Oh, so much patience.
It requires patience.
Oh, I'm ready on patience.
Okay,
I got
you
it.
got it on patience. So what does it mean to really be patient?
Okay, so here's kind of an okay story.
Uh-oh.
So after I've been in like, so the reason I speak with so much passion on leaving it to the universe and growing and changing, and if you don't, you're just gonna bring the same thing into your life, because I lived that, right? One of my exes was really verbally abusive, said a lot of negative things, like called me the A word, the B word, the C word, the D word, every letter you can think of.
Damn.
Yeah. Every letter you can think of, he called me. And like Dom was saying, if you surround yourself with those people, that's what is spoken into your life, and that's what you will believe. And if it's the positive people who are going to bring you up, then that's awesome. But if it's not, then a part of you will start to believe it's true, whether it's not or not. And then after that, I started not even really dating, but like hanging out with this guy who didn't want to commit. He was a super player, like a pretty boy. I don't know what's wrong with me, but basically, you know, instead of being so direct, this person was just really passive aggressive with me. But same thing, like, as someone who didn't have a lot of respect for myself, I kept attracting people into my life who didn't have a lot of respect for me. Sorry, there's a bug. In case you guys are wondering, there was a small bug. And then after that, you know, for me, I'd had my share of being hurt, and so I was good with being like super neutral. And I got into this relationship for a long time where that person didn't care for me. And this is something I like just realizing now. And so that person didn't have, they liked me, like, you know how you like your friends and you're like, oh, I like wish the best for this person. That's kind of how that relationship was, but you know, like, we just didn't have a spark for real. And in retrospect, the thing that I just discovered today, right now, is that at that time, that's when I had a running joke with my friend that, like, I just had no soul. Like, I thought guys were, like, all stupid, and it was, like, never really gonna work out.
Not all of us. We're not all stupid.
No, I know. But at that time, that was just, like, how I felt, and I just had a really kind of detached approach to dating. And so when I was dating this guy, I was detached, he was detached, and so that's why it worked.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's why it eventually ended, you know, because we didn't connect, because we were both just so detached. And here it is, letting the universe take its time and your patience. You can wait a really long time, like I did, for like 6, 7, 8 years maybe, from that first kind of lessons learned to where I am today. My boyfriend is just so amazing. He's just such a server. He's so strong. I have so much respect for him. And, you know, that happened when I became a strong person, a person who believed in myself, a person who wanted more in my life.
Going back to law of attraction.
Yeah, and a person who like just tried to be good with who I was and everything that was happening in my life, you know, despite the different things that had happened to me in the different relationships. And to be honest, I feel like had I not just jumped into those other relationships I talked about from like between the first guy and my current boyfriend, I feel like the law of attraction would have worked sooner. I just got in the way, you know, attracting and spending my time with, you know, what I didn't really want and what I wasn't. I mean, you know, I wasn't ready for my boyfriend at the time. I didn't let myself grow to that point until years later. But yeah, patience. And I think on top of patience, like understanding that you can get in the way of what you want if you set up that roadblock. You're like, I'm good with how much I've grown so far. Then that's what you're gonna attract, like only that little bit of growth. So instead of like that guy who was like aggressive towards me, I got this guy who's like passive aggressive towards me because I only grew just a little bit.
Well, you know, we all have those battles. You know,
Yeah.
we all have those battles, and you know, you really can't tell from a person. I mean, a lot of human beings these days are passive aggressive. I mean, I think that's just nature in itself, and some of us are scared to like communicate. But yeah, you know, trusting. I started patience, man. Patience.
It's true.
If you don't know patience, listen. You need to learn it. It's good for you, and the best things come to you when you're patient. Even when you're antsy, trust me, the best things come to you when you're patient. I swear.
What's your story on patience?
Well, when it comes to dating, I just really don't have this like expectation of meeting someone, expectation of finding the myth, the one, or anything like that. I just say whatever happens, right?
Okay, so I want to highlight for our friends here
Okay.
what you just said. Not necessarily like waiting for the one, but also being open that someone who comes into your life could be. Not that they're gonna be, but they could be. I think that's important. And I think that's very distinct from coming in with the expectation that that person's not gonna be the one, and they won't be.
Right.
And you're not open to that. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. And honestly, when it comes to dating and relationships, like I'll be as patient as I can get. Like, and that takes a long. And being patient, you cannot sway me at all. Like I consider myself way too damn strong to let myself be impatient for another relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I was just thinking, there's that. Oh shoot! You might know the stat, so hopefully you're gonna save me.
Let's
go.
go.
There's this stat that it only takes like, I think it's a couple hours to make a Toyota.
Really?
But something like that.
I don't know the stat then.
The cheaper. So it only takes like however many hours to do one of the cheaper cars. I think it's a Toyota. But it takes like days, I think, months maybe, for one of those luxury cars.
Yep.
So actually, if you guys know the stat, comment below.
You know, the thing about patience too, it's just like, if you're being impatient, then you're not going to get what you want. And a real example.
That's true. Because you're just going to rush something before you're ready.
And I'll say this too. When it came to dating, not dating, but outside of dating, freaking, before we wrap this up, outside of dating, you know, I just closed one of my real estate investment properties. I got 100% of my return on investment and a lot more. And now we were given an opportunity for a property, commercial land that's over $15 million, and what we could possibly be making is about $25 million. And I never had those numbers in my head until this opportunity came. So yes, outside of dating, but just imagine that when you're patient, things do come. So that's pretty much the whole thing. So trust the universe. Don't be so damn needy. Don't be so damn antsy. Don't be so damn anxious. And if you guys find this information valuable, drop a like, drop a comment, drop a share. And of course, it is your man's Mr. Dominic Cruz.
And I'm Ruby.
And we're coming at you with another video. Yes, another one?
Another
Another one.
one.
And check this out. If you guys want this, if you guys want to get to this level where we create a brand new you to where you're thriving in life and you're just going on fire every single day, go in the description box, book a session with us online, and we're here for you every step of the way, because at the end of the day, you matter the most. So don't forget that. So catch you guys. Don't forget your freebie, and bye.